Hello everyone! I am so excited. It has been a little while since I went live here on YouTube and also here on Facebook. I am doing a dual live tonight, so you will see me kind of looking back and forth. But I'm going to give it a minute for a couple of people to hop on in before we get started. Like I said already before, this is a winter plaid tumbler. And the reason why I'm calling it a winter plaid tumbler is because I'm going to be using some really pretty white and blue colors. I'm not sure exactly which ones just yet. I'm hoping that you guys will be able to help me choose. So I am live here on YouTube and also on Facebook at the same time, so I will be looking back and forth. But I'm really excited because it's been a while. It's been a while since I sat down and went live and did a tumbler with you all. I believe the last time I did a plaid tumbler live was about 10 months ago. I just actually looked at the video that I have posted up on YouTube, and I'm really excited to give you guys a little bit of an updated version on this tumbler. Now there are many different ways to do a plaid tumbler. I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of the different ways a lot of tumbler makers make them. So I'm going to show you my way. This is what works best for me, and hopefully you guys can take some of the little tips and tricks that I'm going to show you here tonight and apply them to your very own tumbler. So without further ado, I want to get started by just showing you guys the tumbler that we're going to be using, some of the colors of glitters that I have in front of me here today, and then take you along with me on the different steps that it takes to create a plaid tumbler, at least the way that I do it. So the tumbler that I'm going to be using is from Juggz, and it is called the 22 Fatty. It's a 22 ounce fatty, and you can see it's really big. It's a big boy. These don't actually fit, I think, in a standard size cup holders, but I love them so much because they are completely straight. And one of the great things about working with straight tumblers is that it's really easy to lay down your tape, or when you're wrapping it, whether you're doing a water slide or using vinyl. So that is why I decided to choose this guy today. And yeah, I'm excited to work with it. I use this one a lot, and it's one of my go-to sizes. Hey guys, so let me just stop and say hello to all of the people that are joining me today. Hey Cherise, hey Tanya, Amber, Joey Ann, thank you guys so much for joining me on Facebook. And those of you that are joining me on YouTube tonight as well. I know this camera here with you guys are a little bit further. Hey Paxton, hey Marlo. Hello to everyone out there. I'm so excited. Let's get to it. Okay, yes, let's get to it. Before anything, you guys on YouTube, please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching me live. Annette, hey girl, what's up? What's up, Robbie? And I'm talking a lot, so let me get started. Okay. Hey, Lauren, Amber, what's up? All right, so the first thing you're gonna want to do, hey Andrew, when you start on a tumbler is prep your tumbler. You want to prep your tumbler. And I know it's probably gonna be hard for you guys to see that it was prepped, but it was, because the light is very bright here tonight. And I want to share with you guys one of the latest products that has been such a rave in the tumbler community, and I want to just share with you guys this really cool product, and it's called Final Sand, and I'm sure you guys have probably heard of it by now. And I'm sorry for you guys. Let me lower this light just a little bit for those of you who are watching me on YouTube, because it is super bright. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. All right, so I decided to go ahead and prep my tumbler with Final Sand tonight. And if you haven't heard about Final Sand, then you're going to want to definitely check them out, because this has been the product that has made the matte tumblers come to life. But not only can you create a matte tumbler with this product, you can also prep your base with this product as well, which is really awesome because now you don't really need to go in with the sandpaper. This does everything all in one. Not only does it prep it, but it also cleans it, because there's detergent in this baby also. So you put a little bit of this on a scratch pad, wet it, sand it, clean it off, let it dry, and you're ready to go. So that is how I prep this tumbler tonight, and I wanted to share with you guys. When we finish off here, I will be adding a link to the company along with a discount code that you guys can use to get 10% off if you decide to go and check them out. So that's how I prepped this tumbler tonight. So let's go ahead and get started and move on to the main thing that we need to do to create our plaid, which is apply the tape. Now, like I said, this is how I do my plaid tumblers, and there are many different ways to do them. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the way I do it. So let me move you guys over just a little bit more so you guys can see. I'm gonna move you guys down over here a little bit more so you guys can see a little bit better. I'm gonna cut off my head a little bit, but that's okay. All right, so hey mom, my mom is on watching. Hello. All right, so the first thing you want to do is grab your tape. I have painter's tape tonight. You want to get a very long strip so that we can get from both sides, one side to the other. So I'm going to cut that off. And you want to apply your tape evenly to the middle of your tumbler. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to lay this down here. And if anybody cannot see, or if I'm not clear on the instructions, please don't be shy. Ask away. Ask any questions. And as many questions as you need, I will be able to answer them for you. And if I can't, I will definitely try and find the answer for you. Okay? So what I'm doing is I'm taking the tape and I'm applying it to the center of the tumbler. Okay? So you want to make sure that you center it as even as possible. And so once you have it in the middle, you're going to take that and lay it flat. Okay? You want to lay it flat on both sides. Make sure it is nice and straight. Nice and straight. You want to make sure that you smooth out your tape so that there aren't any bubbles or anything on any side. Okay? Once you have it nice and flat, nice and flush on both sides, you can go ahead and just rip the top like so and stick those down. Okay? This makes it easy so that when you're ready to remove your tape, you can just grab it from the inside and slide it off. You can also grab it from the bottom and take it off as well. So this is the first part. You have your 2 vertical lines ready to go. Hey Jessica. Good evening, Karen. All right, so we have our first lines down. Next thing you want to do is the same exact thing we just did with these vertical lines, but now you're going to create an X. So you're going to apply one more tape vertically this way, okay, and then another one on the opposite. So we're going to create an X with our tape. Someone is asking a question. Hey guys, will epoxy adhere to Mod Podge? So you want to go ahead and apply your epoxy over your Mod Podge once it's completely dry. And I am going to show you how I do this. Tonight I'm actually not going to be using Mod Podge, which is something I'm going to explain to you guys in a little bit. Normally I would use Mod Podge. I've used this in the past. This is the Mod Podge that I use. It's the dishwasher safe. Okay. But tonight we're not going to be using Mod Podge. Tonight I'm going to be using acrylic paint as my base, and I'm going to show you guys what paint we're going to be using tonight, and it is the Arteza, their brand new line of metallic paints. And I'm going to be testing them out tonight, and I'm really excited to share with you guys what I think about them as well. And as always, there will be also a discount code for you guys to use in the description on YouTube, and when I end with you guys on Facebook, there is one in the announcements as well. So tonight we will not be using Mod Podge. Let me go ahead and move on to the next step. So like I said, we're going to be applying our next tape, and we're going to be creating an X. So you do want to make them as even as possible, and you want the width of each tape to be even and nice and straight. So this is what we have on one side here. Again, make sure that they're nice and even, okay? And do the same thing on the other side. And no worries, I will show you what it looks like, okay? If you have extra, just tear that off, and just make sure that the tape is nice and flush. Once you have that down, you can go ahead with the tops off. And press that down. And if I miss anyone's questions or anything like that, I will definitely go back and look at them to answer. So this is what we have right now. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and create the next line. Okay, the same exact way, trying to make sure that you space out your tape as evenly as possible. This is going to ensure that your squares are even. And if they're a little off, no worries. Nothing is perfect. You guys know that I'm not perfect. We're not trying to be perfect over here. We're trying to create and have fun and make pretty things. And yeah, don't be so hard on yourself when you're creating. Have fun. That is the main goal. Okay, this one came off, so let's just go ahead and try that again. Okay. Hello, Leah. All right. So this is what we have right now. I've already put down all my vertical lines. They're pretty even. Okay. Now what we're going to do is apply our horizontal lines, and these are going to go across. So, and this is pretty much like one of the most tedious parts is taping off. But once you have it taped off, the rest is pretty smooth sailing until we start having to take the tape, remove the tape. So, take another piece of tape, all right? And now I'm going to start from the top. So this is how I gauge where I want my line. So I take the width of the tape and I kind of put it on the top here, okay? And once I have it here, I kind of like eyeball it. I do a lot of eyeballing, but if you want to take a measuring tape to be exact, you can definitely take a measuring tape and line off where you want your tape to be, okay? But what I do is I kind of eyeball the width of my tape, and I place it down, okay, like so. You guys on YouTube can see. All right, once you got it down, you can go ahead and just make sure you get it straight. Okay, now if I need to concentrate just a little bit here. Okay. And there you go. There's your first line. Make sure that you have all of the tape nice and flush. Don't want any air bubbles going in. And so now I'm going to continue to just do that all the way down. Okay? Let me see. I'm taking it off so that I can straighten it just a little bit more. Okay, like I said, that's what we have. So now I'm going to kind of like speed through and apply the rest of the tape so that we can move on to the next part. All right, and if you have any questions, don't be shy. Go ahead and ask me. Ask away. Okay? Once you get the tape down, everything else is pretty smooth sailing. And like I said, you don't have to eyeball your tape like me. If you like to be exact, you can go ahead and take a measuring tape or a ruler and do it that way. Okay? Alright, almost done. We're just going to add one more, and we'll be good to go. And this one's going to just go right at the bottom here. So, and make sure that a little tip is to make sure that you put down your tape in the exact same spot so that it's easy for you to pull them off. And so what I'm showing is how I have the tape lines beginning in the same spot. Because if you have one here and then here and over here, it's going to be hard for you to kind of figure out where you put them. So I like to always make sure that I start my tape in the same line. This cup is a 22-ounce fatty from Juggz. And right now I believe they do still have tumblers. But unfortunately, once they sell out of all the tumblers that they have in stock, from what I've seen in their last announcement, they are no longer going to be carrying tumblers. The owner of Juggz decided that it was time for her to move on from selling blank tumblers, but she does still have a couple of stuff, a lot of stuff, according to her, the last time I saw, in stock. So go ahead and check her out. I'm definitely going to link it and let you guys know in the Facebook group as well, the website, so you can go and check her out. and also to you guys on YouTube. Everything that I discuss and talk about here will be in the description once we've ended. So this is what we have right now, and it looks pretty good, right? So now we're gonna go ahead and get started and choose our paint color. So like I said, I am not going to be applying the glitter with Mod Podge. We're going to be using acrylic paint tonight. And tonight I'm going to be using these new Arteza metallic paints that I want to just say thank you to Arteza for sending me these paints. They sent them to me so that I can test them out and let them know what I think. And I'm really excited to test them out tonight with you guys, so you guys can see for yourself how these paints perform. And if you want to buy them and you like them, then there will be a discount code for you guys to use as well. Okay, so we are going to be doing like a white and blue tumbler tonight. I thought that that would be like a really nice wintry plaid. And so I grabbed 2 whites and 3 blues from my collection, which is Sugar and Spice Glitter Co. And I have Cheers, which is a champagne-y silver. Let me get as close as I can to you guys over here. And then I have our Wonderland, which is like a silvery white. Okay. And again, let me show you guys over here. Sorry. You guys can see, hopefully. All right. And then I originally was thinking of using Genie, which is a really pretty like metallic blue. But then I also really love Aspen, which is a really nice light blue. And Bluebird, which is darker. So I kind of want to go with either Genie or Aspen, but I want you guys to kind of help me out and let me know what you guys think. And then also whether or not I should go with the champagne silvery color or the Wonderland, which is a silver white. And let me hold them up over here. I was originally going to go with these 2 in the middle. So we see Wonderland and Aspen. There's a vote for Wonderland and Aspen. And then we could do Cheers or Genie. Wonderland and Aspen. Cheers and Genie. Aspen and Wonderland. Genie and Wonderland. Aspen and Wonderland, Aspen, Wonderland, and Aspen. Okay, we're getting a lot of Aspen and Wonderland, so I think we may do, okay, yep, I'm seeing a ton of Wonderland and Aspen, so I'm going to go ahead and go with these. Okay, wait, I'm saying Genie and Wonderland, Aspen, Cheers, and Genie. I think Wonderland and Aspen won over Cheers and Genie. So I'm just going to go ahead and work with Wonderland and Aspen. Okay. Yay! Crystal says Cheers. Oh my gosh, you guys are confusing me. Let me get closer to you guys here on YouTube. I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna wait 2 more seconds. The 3rd blue I had is called Bluebird. This is the 3rd blue. It's darker. Someone said Cheers and Genie, Wonderland and Aspen. All right, guys. I think we're going to go with Wonderland and Aspen. And we can do Cheers and Genie on another one, on another time maybe. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and we'll do Wonderland and Aspen. The first thing I'm going to do with Wonderland and Aspen is create our mix color. You do want to create a mixed color when you're doing your plaid, because you have your darkest color that's going to go first. Then you have your mixed color, which is the 2. mixed together. And then you have your lightest color, which is going to be Wonderland. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mix Wonderland and Aspen. Wonder if I have my popsicle sticks here. If not, I'll just use the end of one of my paintbrushes. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and take Aspen. Okay, and I'm going to put a little bit of Aspen here in the cup, in my little medicine cup here. And again, you can find all of these glitters at sugarandspiceglitter.com. If you've been watching me for a while, then you know that our shop has been on Etsy, and that's Wonderland on the top. We're gonna mix these two together. I did kind of like a half and half a little bit. And then we just recently moved away from Etsy, and now we're on our own website, which is sugarandspiceglitter.com, and I'm really excited for this change. And a lot of people have been loving the change as well, because not only do we have more things available on the website, like a rewards program, and our monthly boxes are there as well, but we also now accept Afterpay on the website. So that makes it a lot easier for people who want to make bigger purchases at one time when they can schedule their payments. So I'm really excited. And I wanted to let you guys know on YouTube here, because I know that I'm always talking about my shop on Etsy, but now we are no longer really working out of Etsy and only on the website. So what I did is I mixed the two to create this really light, pretty light blue. Okay, and I'm just taking the end of my paintbrush here and mixing it together and making a big giant mess. Yes, I am making a big giant mess. And I probably need a bigger cup. Do I have a bigger one here? No, I don't think I have any plastic cups. Anyways, okay. But I think this is good enough. If I need to mix more, I'll just grab another small cup. So this, I think, is going to be our mix. I think so. Let me pour a little bit more out, because I think I want to add a little bit more white. Just a little bit. Okay. So right now I'm just mixing my mixed color together. And you're going to want to do this as well. You mix the two colors that you're using and you make a mix. And you just add the two colors together until you are happy with your mix. And so this is what we got. We got a really pretty light blue color, okay, that I think is perfect, the perfect in between for these two, okay? All right, so that is what we're going to be using as our mixed color. But actually, the first color that we're going to be laying down on the tumbler is going to be our darkest color. So that is going to be Aspen. So we're going to be working with Aspen right now. And like I said before, I'm not going to be laying this down with Mod Podge. I'm going to be using paint. And so I'm going to try to match the colors that I have right now that I am using. The Arteza, that is going to be closest to the color that I am putting down, so closest to the glitter color. So we're using Aspen right now, like I said, and I have these. Let me see what other blues I have here. So they have a couple of different colors here. Each box that they sent me has 8 different colors. The box that I opened up has a lot of the bluish colors. So we have the Pearl Cactus Green. Okay, we have Pearl Sea Green, which these are definitely way too green for Aspen. Then I have Pearl Glacier Blue, which is the one that I'm kind of leaning towards. And then we have Pearl Turquoise, which I think is still a little bit too much on the darker side, but I don't know. I may open it. Let me just see. It may work. It may work. Okay? I'm going to put that one aside. And then the next blue we have is called Pearl Ocean Blue, which is definitely too dark. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Pearl Turquoise for Aspen. Okay. And then I'm going to use the Pearl Glacier for the mix. I think that's what I'm going to do, and I think that that's going to work the best for our adhesive. So we're using the paint as our adhesive, and I'm going to show you guys what they look like closer up. So I'm going to take, again, some medicine cups, okay, and I'm going to squirt out some Pearl Turquoise, which is the first one that we're going to be using. Oh my God, no, these metallic paints are absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, just look at that color. Guys, beautiful. Okay, so we're working with the Pearl Turquoise. I'm gonna take my little paintbrush here. That's kind of like the same size as my little squares, which is what you really want to go for. You really want to try and get your paintbrush to be the same width, excuse me, as your squares, okay? And I'm just going to take this, what is it called? Pearl Turquoise color. I'm going to grab some paper here too, because now we're going to start dumping the glitter on. I'm going to move you guys a little bit more down, so you're probably not going to see my face now. Let me move you guys in a little bit more. I'm going to move you guys down a little bit more, okay? So you guys can really get a look for what I'm doing. Alright, so we're using the Pearl Turquoise as our glitter adhesive for Aspen. I got my paper. And yeah, so now we're just going to start painting. And it's the same exact thing you're going to be doing with your Mod Podge, except we're going straight in with the paint. That's what the paint looks like. Okay, and this part is super easy because you're going to do every single space that's open right now. Okay, and just look at how much coverage that has. Okay, coverage, come through, coverage. Showing my peoples on YouTube. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply that to each and every space. Okay, make sure you get in those corners so that when you apply your glitter, it sticks to those areas. Okay. And your paint doesn't have to be extremely thick, okay? Go in thin. There's really nice coverage on this paint. I'm pretty impressed with the coverage. And I love that they're metallic because with the glitter that we're using, it's nice to have that metallic undertone with our glitter. So this is what we have down right now. I'm going to put the paint to the side, put my paintbrush right here on the side. And now we're just going to pour on that glitter. Okay, you can even take your finger, tap that in. and dust it off. See? That's Aspen. Okay? Don't worry about anything that's on the tape, because once the tape is pulled off, all that stuff is going to be gone. You can go ahead and blow that out. And so now I'm just going to go ahead and apply this to all the open squares. If you have any tape that's coming up, just push that down. Okay. And if you wanted to, there are some people that mix their acrylic paints into the Mod Podge to kind of tint the Mod Podge. I don't really see that to be so necessary, but you could if you wanted to. You could put a little dot of the paint into your Mod Podge to tint the Mod Podge and then use that. But if you prep your base, this paint is not going to go anywhere. So me personally, there isn't any need to tint your Mod Podge if you don't want to. Okay. Again, we're using Aspen and Wonderland tonight for these colors. And then for the mixed colors, I just mix the two together. Okay. Come through coverage. Look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. I just love this so much. I love these paints. Okay. So I'm trying to move as quickly as I can because I don't want this live to drag on too long. But I do want to be thorough enough where you guys can get everything you need from it. And of course, this live will be saved. So those of you that are just catching the live right now can go back and rewatch everything, like how I taped it off, the size that I'm using, and everything like that. Okay. So everything will be saved in the video, and you can go back and rewatch it. And I will be coming back with a part 2. I will let you guys know when. I will be coming back with the part 2, which will include epoxying and whatever other stuff I decide to add a decal to it and all that. So I will be back to kind of show you guys how I finish this off. Okay, so no worries about that. What we got again. So we've done 3 rows so far and we have 3 to go. Okay, and once we're done with these 3 rows, what we're gonna do next is remove the horizontal lines and get started with our mixed glitter. And for these tumblers, you want to make sure that you seal them in really well once you're done laying down your glitter and it's fully dry. So tomorrow I will go in and seal it a few times with a spray sealer so that I'm not rubbing it. Usually if it's 1 color or 2 colors, I may, like a basic 2-color tumbler, I may go in with the quick coat from Counterculture, but because this is a plaid and there's a lot going on and the colors are super close together, I will definitely go in with a spray. And the spray that I'm going to be using is the Krylon Clear Coat UV Clear Sealant. Try and show you guys a picture, post up the picture, or I'll have a link to it as well. Okay. Again, if I'm missing any questions, I'm sorry. I will try to get back to them as quickly as I can. But yeah, I see some of you guys are helping out with some of the questions. Thank you guys so much for helping out, answering those questions. Yep, this is a 22-ounce fatty from Juggz. Go ahead and check her out. I will link the website as soon as this live is done, so you can go and check her out, because once she's done with her inventory, she will not be carrying any tumblers. So I actually need to go and stock up on these 22-ounce fatties because I love them so much. I use them a lot. Bought a whole case of them not too long ago. So far I'm really liking these paints. They're really pretty. I love the metallic on them, and they seem to be really super opaque considering that I'm putting them straight over the silver base. Let me show you guys over here. But yes, like I said, you can find these glitters on the website, so go ahead and check those out when the live is finished. These are all available, but we do have a limited supply of Wonderland. We are no longer on Etsy. We are on sugarandspiceglitter.com now. We have our own website that we just launched, I want to say last week. Was it a week now? Week and a half? And I'm really loving being on the website because there's so many more features on the website than I ever had on Etsy. It was kind of scary to step away from the comfort of Etsy. And it took me a while to make the jump. It really did. But I'm so happy that I did. I am really so happy that I did. Alright, so that is the last of Aspen. So we got Aspen all the way down, all around the tumbler, okay? So now I'm gonna just put this down right in front. Pull it off my hands. Yes, oh, so Juggz is on their own website. I don't know the exact website offhand, but I will link them for you guys to check them out when the live has ended. But I'm sure if you do a quick like Google search, Juggz Tumblers, you should be able to find them. You should be able to find the website. No, she's not on Etsy. I don't think she's ever been on Etsy. Okay. So now that we got Aspen done, the bottom I will do after because I have all the tape on here now. So once I remove all the tape, I'm going to go ahead and do the bottom. Sometimes I like to accent the bottom with a different color than everything else. One of the buffalo plaids that I did a while ago was red and black. And then the bottom I ended up doing gold, which I really love the accent of the gold. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do like Aspen on the bottom or if I should do a different color. I may just stick to Aspen, but I don't know. If you guys think another color would look good, let me know. Alright, so now that we got all of the Aspen on there, now it's time to remove all of the horizontal line tape. So remember how I said that I made sure to start them all on the same line? So now I'm going to start peeling them off, okay? take your time peeling the tape off so that you don't pull up any of that paint or glitter. You want to try and keep the lines as crisp as possible, because now you are going to have to use your paintbrush to be a little bit more exact than we were before. And you're going to see why once I'm done pulling this up. Okay. So I'm just going to pull up all the tape and I'll show you what we got once I've got it all pulled up here. Where did that line go? Almost lost a line. Do a navy or royal blue to the bottom. That would look pretty. That would look pretty on the bottom. Okay, so now we have all the horizontal tape pulled off, okay? Now you can see that we have the stainless steel here. So now for your mixed colors, what you want to do is add your mixed color to the top and bottom and left and right of your darkest color, okay? So again, it's going to be on the top and bottom, left and right. So right now we're going to focus on the top and bottom because that's what is exposed. And then once that's done, we'll pull up the rest of the tape and add it to the top and the bottom, and then we'll move on to the white. So I'm going to move this paper over. I have my little mix of Aspen and Wonderland right here, which came out to be a really, really pretty baby blue color. I just love it so much. All right, and I'm going to grab another paintbrush because this one, I didn't get water, so I'm gonna have to just put this one to the side, and I'm gonna take a brand new paintbrush, and I'm gonna take now, where'd that paint go? I'm gonna take the Pearl Glacier Blue. Sorry guys. And I'm gonna put that now into a cup. Okay, and I will give you guys a closer look at that also, which is so, I love these metallic, the sheen in these paints are just so pretty, and I think I did good by matching it to this one. I'm just using regular computer printer paper, nothing special. I just took some printer paper from my computer, and that's what I'm using to catch the glitter. Okay, let me see. You guys over here on Facebook, it looks like my iPad is about to die, so I'm going to try to plug you guys in. Just give me a minute because I don't want to lose you guys. Yes, if you don't have these paints, you need them. They are just absolutely gorgeous. I'm loving them so much. I can't wait to do, I used to use plates too back in the day, but I felt like I used to waste more plates, and the paper is just, I don't know. Okay. Got you guys plugged in, thank God. Alright, so hopefully you guys are right there. I don't want to lose you guys on Facebook, so I'm trying to, okay. Alright, everybody okay? So we do not accept Sezzle, however, we do accept Afterpay, which is pretty much just like Sezzle. And yeah, you can do installments as well. It's just different. It's just like Sezzle, except not. It's Afterpay. I don't know. There's nothing complicated about it. It's the same thing. You make a bulk payment and then you can do installments on it. So, okay. So yeah, so we have the Pearl Glacier Blue. And now we're gonna just go ahead and do the same thing. So I'm gonna just dip my little paintbrush in, okay? And I'm just really taking a little tiny bit, because now we have to be careful where we apply the paint. And so what I kind of do is start like in the middle, the same exact way I would do it with the Mod Podge, is where I kind of start in the middle of that square and then work my way up to the other line, okay? And this is where I wish I had that one. You know what? Ooh, look, I have this one. I'll use that one for white. Okay. So anyway, so what I'm gonna do is just put that color here. Just be careful you don't go too much into the other color. So I kind of like pull it up, like hopefully you guys can see. Or I kind of like pull it up and then drag down, okay? So try and get as close to that line as we can without moving or distorting that line. If you need more, go ahead and grab more. And then do the same thing for the bottom. So then you see how I like kind of meet in the middle here, okay, in the middle. So then I do the same thing and work my way up to the next color. And this is what I mean about this part kind of being more tedious, because you do want to be careful, and it gets even more tedious when we pull up that tape, okay? When we pull up this last tape. So I'm just going to show you guys what the mix looks like here. And then I'm going to try and speed through. Okay. I'm doing the same thing, and then just tap that in and dump it and then blow. Okay. So that's what we got. And I know it looks kind of crazy over here with the tape line, but once we pull up that tape line, it's going to be nice and crisp, okay? So now I'm going to try and speed through with the paint again, because this part is a little time consuming. So I'm going to try and speed through here. And again, if you have any questions, ask. If I am able to answer them, I will. Okay. This paintbrush has little hairs that start to come out. Pull that hair out. Okay. I love plaid tumblers. It's like something about plaid tumblers. It's like fall and winter, they're here. And I know I went crazy with all of the Halloween tumblers. But I had so much fun. But I'm ready to move into all the winter themed tumblers now. And I have a couple of things planned. I wanted to do this one. I was gonna do a edited video for this one, but I haven't been able to really edit too many of the things that I've been working on. So I was like, you know what? Let's just go live. Let's just go make it a casual thing. I actually went live 10 months ago and did a Tumblr like this on this channel also. So yeah, it's kind of cool that like last year around this same time I was doing a Plaid Tumbler, and now I'm back to do another one. So that's exciting. You don't even really have to tap the glitter in if you don't want to. It's just something I do. Okay, so that's what we got. So you guys can see. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do the bottom. I'm gonna do the whole bottom. Thank you guys. I'm loving how it turned out, how it's turning out so far. I can't wait to like finish it and put the resin on top of it. Something about adding your resin to tumblers always takes it to another level. And of course, as always, when I'm done with this one, it will be like available for anyone. I don't know if I'm going to put it up for sale or if I'm going to do like a giveaway, but I'll keep you guys posted. I just recently did a Halloween giveaway on my Tumblr Instagram, and I gave away that tie-dye tumbler that I did here on the channel. So if you guys didn't check that out and you want to see a Halloween tie-dye tumbler that I did, then you can go ahead and check that out after this one also. But I recently did a giveaway for that one, so I may do the same thing for this one. I'll let you guys know if you guys want to win a free tumbler. I know a lot of you guys are tumbler makers or learning how to do tumblers, but I myself love buying from other makers, so that's why I like to give away also, like give back, give away tumblers, give away fun stuff. Yeah, I've heard about that with the glycerin, and I'm not really sure what's up with that, but it's weird. I don't know why it would be molding unless there's air trapped inside, but it would make sense because we're drilling holes into these tumblers. Like, that's the thing with these tumblers, guys, is with the snow globe tumblers, a lot of people have been having issues with the snow globe tumblers. I had someone reach out to me because I was selling some of the Mickey Mouse tumblers. You know, a lot of people were using them for snow globes, and you're drilling holes into them. You're changing the what's the word I'm trying to think of? But like, you're changing the integrity of the tumbler. Those tumblers are not meant for you to drill holes in them. So sometimes, depending on the pressure, like if you're drilling holes inside of the tumblers, they can cause little cracks that you didn't know of. And a lot of them have been leaking from the top. And some people, I guess, because you're opening up that space and air is getting trapped inside, that can cause mold to grow on the inside. So yeah, a lot of people are noticing that that's happening. But unfortunately, I don't think there's anything you can do to prevent it, because once you break that seal and air is getting trapped inside and air is mixing with water and whatever else you're putting in there, yeah, it can definitely create mold. So it's sad, I know, it sucks. Because a lot of time goes into those tumblers too, and they're so pretty. They're so pretty. But then again, when you use the regular snow globe tumblers, like the ones that screw off and on, I haven't heard anyone having issues with those. Have you guys heard anyone having issues with those? I don't never have. I don't know if that makes a difference or not. Don't know. So I actually did a couple of snow globe tumblers. I didn't have any mold in mine, but what happened with mine is they become heavy with the liquid and the glitter inside, and once they fall or you drop them, they crack right away. Those tumblers on a regular crack right away. So you add water to them and you create, and they're heavier. Like once they fall on the floor, and everything falls on the floor with me, girl, like everything falls on the floor with me. Especially with kids, they see something pretty, they wanna hold it, they wanna use it. My kids wanna use every single tumbler I make for myself. They want it, and then they end up dropping it and breaking it like right away. So anyways, that's what happened to one of mine, and I was like, you know what? For what I'm gonna make them? They're just gonna break. I used to do a lot of work with acrylic tumblers um, before I got into working with resin, and that was like one of the main complaints, is how easily they would break if they drop. And a lot of us are moms, and we have kids, and even if you don't, and you're like me and you're just like clumsy, then you know that's gonna happen, which sucks. Someone says distilled water. Someone said glue. There's so many different ways of doing things. That's why I keep telling you guys, there's so many different ways of doing one thing. You gotta find what works best for you. What we can do as makers is share what techniques work best for us, but sometimes what works for me won't work for you. I know I used baby oil and water, and some people loved it. Some people said it worked great, and some people hated it. For me, it worked fine. I didn't have any issues. I still was planning to do like a comparison. Had planned to do a video comparison using a bunch of like maybe like 3 different ones, creating 3 different snow globe tumblers with all the different ingredients that everybody's been saying, like one with baby oil and water like I did it, one with contact solution, one with glycerin, and then see how they differed and how they like held up with each other. I still want to do that. I think that would be an interesting video to do. I don't know, you guys let me know, like would you be interested in seeing something like that, like comparing all of the different types of ways you can do a snow globe tumbler? I think that'd be interesting to see, like how it would compare, how easy or not easy, or mold or not mold. Yeah, I think I am gonna. I've had that idea for such a long time, and I'm like, I need to do that. Like that would be a cool video to do, especially now that it's like popular. A lot of people are doing it, and sometimes certain things don't work for one person, the other one works for the other. Like, I would love to see like how like distilled water works against contact solution or water and glue. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try and get that one in like in next at some point. I have to get more of the acrylic tumblers so that I can do it. And I want to try and get the ones that are thicker so that they're not so easily breakable. So I'll keep you guys posted, but I think that'd be really cool to do. And if you guys ever have anything else that you want me to kind of like show you guys, then let me know. So that I can kind of like keep in mind what you guys want to see, what you guys want to learn. I also wanted to talk to you guys about a new program that I just started on my Patreon. So if you guys know, I know a lot of you guys on my Facebook group have already heard about this, but those of you watching on YouTube may not know, because I haven't announced it yet. But I did want to share with you guys, I just recently opened up my Patreon for a mentorship program. I know Facebook had like a mentorship program, had so many people reach out to me, and I thought it'd be really awesome to kind of do like a group where it would be like one-on-one mentoring, or a smaller group setting for people who wanted like maybe like one-on-one learning how to do tumblers. So this would be more based on like beginner levels, you've never done a tumbler before, or you really want to just know like the basics. you don't like bigger setting groups, you like smaller setting groups, then this might be something that is for you. So I've decided to do a mentorship program that is tied to my Patreon account. So it is a monthly membership that gets you access into another Facebook group. So not the Facebook group that I'm live in right now. It's a separate Facebook group that when you sign up on my Patreon account, it will send you an automatic message that will have the link inside of the group, along with a little passcode that you would have to enter in the question section of the group when you actually join. And then once you enter that in, I will accept you into the group. And I'm going to be starting to do beginner tutorials and little tips and tricks on how to start up like small business, how to become successful on social media, and different things like this, and more like one-on-one mentoring. So if you have any specific questions or anything that you want to do, like maybe like weekly live Q&As, where I just go live and you guys can ask me questions on whatever it is, but more geared towards beginner level type of stuff, and just help you guys along the way with this mentorship. So if that's something that you guys might be interested in, then I will also link that. You can find that on my Patreon account. Again, I do have, it's a private Facebook group that you will gain access to with all that stuff. And then I'll be talking more about it. Right now, there's only like a little handful of people. I just recently opened this up and I haven't really been like talking about it too much because this is something that is new, but I'm going to be starting to go live as soon as we get like maybe 5 to 10 members. Right now I have a couple of members in the group that I've been like introducing them to like what's going to be happening very soon, and then start to go live and start like a little program there. The mentorship is $20 a month, and it will also get you access into other stuff as well, that I will be adding some other really cool things into the program as well. This is so like brand new. I'll keep everyone posted on all the little details when you join over there. So yeah, definitely go over to the Patreon account. Again, I'll link that. If you're in my Facebook group, the general Facebook group, that is already linked in the announcements. But I will post it again. And if you're watching on YouTube, I will have that linked down in the description for you guys to go and check out once this is ended. So there's a lot of stuff I have to go and add to the description when the live has ended, but it's all going to be a lot of useful information for you guys and a lot of things that I'm really excited about. So I hope you guys are excited about too. So I feel like plaids are more like, you know, more advanced, not advanced, but more time consuming and stuff like that. So these will always be like here on YouTube or like in the main group and stuff like that. Or as you guys grow in the mentorship program as well, we may do more advanced. But for now, since it's a beginning mentorship program, it will be more of like the basics. I will also be like comparing and contrasting like epoxy versus mod. We'll be doing like things like, okay, let's do a Mod Podge, the same exact design with Mod Podge, and then also use resin as the adhesive and see how that goes. And yeah, just a lot of learning, a lot of learning and guidance is what I really want it to be based on. So right now I'm painting on the Arteza metallic paint. I'm using the Pearl Glacier Blue, and this is what we're using as the adhesive for the glitter. So we're skipping the Mod Podge and we're using acrylic paint as our adhesive. All right, so all that talking, and I finally finished the mix color. So now we're gonna just go ahead, put this tumbler to the side really quick, pick up this mess that I have here. And we're still gonna be working with this mix that we have. But first we need to remove the tape. So I'm gonna just put this to the side. Okay, put everything to the side and start removing this tape. All right, so now we're working with this tape over here. And I'm gonna pull it down from the bottom, okay? Or you can pull it from the top, but I'm gonna pull it from the bottom. And like we did the horizontal lines, very slowly to try and not pull up that glitter. You see how crisp that line is? Oh, I love it. I'm so excited. I love how this is coming together. Oh, okay. That aside. Next one. So it is a little time consuming, but so worth it, right? Am I right, guys? Are you guys loving this so far? Just pulling up the tape. And the glitter colors, for those of you that are just catching on or hopping on, is Aspen and Wonderland. Those are the colors that we are using here tonight. You can find these at sugarandspiceglitter.com. And if you're just hopping in, you didn't see how I applied the tape, then once this live has finished, you can go ahead and watch the replay and check it out. It's super easy. You can see how I applied the tape so that you can learn how to do it yourself. Okay, we got one more tape left, or two, sorry. One on here and one on that side. So we're still going to be working with the mixed glitter color that we created. And now we're going to be going alongside, so to the left and the right. So earlier how I explained to you guys that your mixed color is always top, bottom, left, and right. Okay, so we have our darkest color and the mixed color is always top, bottom, left, and right. So now is where we really have to take our time and be careful, okay? Because we don't have the tape guiding our lines, okay? We don't have that anymore, and now we have to go left and right. So of the darkest shade, we went top and bottom already. Now we have to go left and right, okay? Left and right. So we're gonna take the paint again. Okay, taking the paint again, and this time just really trying to stay in the lines of that glitter. Okay, that's why it's really nice if you have a paintbrush that is the same width as your square. And I just want to get closer for you guys over here. Okay, so I'm gonna start right here and pull that color down towards the top of the tumbler and use those colors as my guide. Okay, using, so you guys can see there, I'm stretching over for my peoples on YouTube, for my homies on YouTube. I love you guys. I cannot believe that we just recently hit 12,000 subscribers on YouTube. You guys are so amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos, for subscribing and being so supportive. You guys have no idea how much your support means to me, and you guys on Facebook also. Every single person that is supportive of me and this little business that I have created, you guys have such a special part of my heart. You guys just make what I do so much more special. And you guys keep me going. My kids keep me going, and your support that allows me to help support my kids, really, because what you guys do here is help me support my kids and do the best that I can for my kids, and all the while I get to teach you guys and do what I love. So thank you guys so much. Thank you to you guys on YouTube for 12,000, and to you guys on Facebook as well for all your support. You guys are amazing. It would definitely help me more if you guys watched it on YouTube. If you guys are watching this on Facebook and you also have YouTube, then you can go ahead and like watch the replay on YouTube if you want, or whatever. Like whatever's more comfortable to you guys, honestly. That's why I go live on both places, so that I'm available to everyone. If I had more devices, I would probably be live on Instagram and TikTok and everywhere else that I could go live. But yeah, usually when I'm live on YouTube, I try to always go live on Facebook as well. So that way I know that not everybody has YouTube, not everybody has Facebook. So whatever you guys want to do works for me. So this part is more time consuming than the rest, because you really got to be careful. So I'm doing this top row, okay, and then we'll move on to the next rows. This one's kind of, the top and the bottom row are always the easiest, because you have that space down here, so you can kind of like swipe up without having to worry about the next color. Okay, so just try. If it's not perfect, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Have fun. Don't beat yourself up. Life's not perfect. We're not meant to be perfect. Okay, so now I have all the bottom row with the paint. I'm gonna take that same mix on here. You know what I think I'm gonna do really quickly? I'm gonna grab this, excuse me. I'm gonna grab this football. Okay, so that I can have more control now here at the top. Now I got my football in, I'm ready to go. Sprinkle. Dab, 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 dab. Sprinkle. Dab, 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 dab. Sprinkle. Okay. A little bit more. Here's the spot right here. Okay. So there we have that first line. You guys can see that. Okay. I went kind of thin on the paint, so I'm going to try and go a little bit thicker the next time so that I can get more coverage. But if you ever have any areas that look kind of light, that aren't as dark as you want them to be, then no worries, because you can always go in with a second coat over this, over whatever one you think needs to have more coverage. You can just go in once it's dry, go boop boop boop, spray on some more glitter, and you got more coverage. Okay, so no worries if you feel like the coverage isn't as dark as you want it to be. So now I'm going into the next square, the next line of squares here. Again, kind of just taking my time. I'm going to try and add some more paint so that it could grab some more glitter. And hopefully everybody can see. Okay, that's the one square we got. Okay, off it goes. Put that in. Okay. And that's what we got. That square right there. You see that there? There we go. Okay. So now I'm gonna just go, I'm gonna try and move fast now, okay guys? So again, I'm gonna be looking down so that I can get this part done quickly. This is where the time lapses come in handy. I want to see, how long have we been on live? Can somebody tell me how long this live has been going? Let's see if anyone can tell me. Holy cow, an hour and a half almost. Woo-wee. And we still have to finish up the mix, and then we got to go in with the white. Okay, so your girl is gonna try and hurry up. Thank you guys for hanging with me for so long. You guys are legit. I love you guys for hanging out with me so long. And I know it's late. This is like the best time for me to go live because everybody is sleeping. All the kids are sleeping. Well, not all the kids, only the two. The two girls are sleeping. And I kind of got the house to myself. And I don't have to worry about anything. So I know it's late. But this is usually the best time. I try to go live during the day, and it doesn't work out. I try to go live while the girls are napping or whatever, and then like as soon as I turn the camera on, somebody's crying or there's so much noise in the background, and I just want to be able to focus. So anyways, that's my long explanation as to why night times are better for me. So I am adding the mixed color again to the right and left of that dark color, which is Aspen. So we're using Aspen as our darkest shade. We did a mix between Wonderland and Aspen. And I'm using the Arteza metallic paints as our adhesive. So yep, that's pretty much the down low on what I'm doing right now. And what kind of like design should I put on this? Yeah, I saw someone say that it kind of reminds you of like the Cheshire cat. How do you say it? Am I saying it right? The cat from Alice in Wonderland. And then I was thinking when I saw that it would be so pretty. That it would be so pretty with a pink, like a pink decal or something. So this is what we got so far. Alright, and these spaces in between, those are going to be white. So once I'm done putting down that mixed color, I'm going to go in those spaces with the white. And for that one, do I have a white paint? I don't have a white paint. Oh wait, I think I do have a white paint that I can use, because these metallic paints do not come with white. I'm going to start at the bottom now. I'm a night person. I get so much done in the evening, so I'm glad I have night people with me. I keep wanting to dip my paintbrush in the glitter. Snowflakes, that would be so pretty. Yes, some snowflakes. Oh, man, I gotta figure it out. I'm gonna have you guys, I'm gonna choose a couple different designs maybe, and I'll do a poll. That way you guys can help me with the design. I'll do a poll in the group, and I'll also do a poll on YouTube. I believe I can do a poll in the community center on YouTube. And I would put music on, but I don't want to get copyright infringement, so I'm sorry guys if like when I'm quiet it's like dead. I'm trying to fill the spaces with talk, with some chatty, so it's not so dead. But these plaid tumblers, boy, they are time consuming. So now you can kind of gauge how long it's going to take you to do one yourself. Again, I'm kind of like talking and explaining, so it may take you guys a little bit quicker if you're not talking and explaining stuff. I know a lot of the beginning of this live I was explaining and talking a lot, so but you can kind of like gauge how long it takes, so it's always nice. Plaid is always pretty. It takes a long time, but when you're done, it's so satisfying to see how pretty it turns out. And you can literally do this with any colors. You can mix and match any colors. I think I saw someone did a plaid with like neon colors. Guys, I was like, yes. I almost wanted to do one tonight. I'm not gonna lie. I almost wanted to do a Halloween plaid. I was almost gonna use which one was I was almost gonna use Cutie and, or no, I was gonna use Crush and Joker. The orange and green I was gonna use. I was like, oh, should I go live and do a Halloween one? That would be so dope. But then I was like, no, let's stick with Halloween. I'm in the a winter mood. But I think that one will look sick. Okay, so now I got these. Let's go ahead. Oh, you know what I gotta do? Put this in my cup because I'm running low. Hurry up and sprinkle before it dries, girl. That's the thing with using Mod Podge or any like adhesive like paint for your glitter, because it dries fast. With resin, when you're using resin, you have more playtime, I feel like. Unless you're using fast set resin, then you have no playtime. But if you're using like a regular artist resin or anything like that. But I can't imagine doing this with resin. I don't know. I think there's somebody out there that does. But for me, I can't. Guys, oh man, why is this so gorgeous? Ugh. Girl, upcharge that. Upcharge that ish. Yes, definitely. Your time is worth it. If you feel like you need to, then go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. No one can tell you what your time is worth. Only you can. Okay? Only you can decide what your time and talent is worth. No one can tell you. I want to play with these paints. I want to play with these paints more. I want to try and use them on, mix them into resin. Mix them into resin to make a really pretty like pearlescent resin mixture. I think these would be really, really pretty in like a geode mold. I'm gonna have to put some more paint. I can't believe I'm going through so much paint. Not so much, but enough paint already that I put in that cup. But yeah, these would be pretty. You can squirt a little bit of this in your resin and create a pearlescent resin mixture for, oh, you can also do that for a Milky Way. Exactly. Hey, yes. Yes, girl, we just thought about the same thing. Those paints would be so pretty in a Milky Way. Yes, they would. Yes, they would. A Milky Way or a geode, something super pretty like that. So I'm still working on the left and right, so the middle mix. This is the last row, and then we're gonna go ahead and move on to the white. So look at that. I guess it's not that bad. It's definitely not that bad, but when you're talking and like explaining at the same time, I feel like it takes a little bit longer. No, but it's not. And once you do it a lot more, like you know, the first one is always going to take a little bit longer, but the more you do it and the more experience you get, the quicker you'll finish stuff. So like the taping at first kind of takes a little bit longer because you're still trying to figure it out, but then once you got it down, it's a breeze. It's like second nature. Should be showing you guys. I'm like, let me see. So we got a couple people still on the Facebook Live, and we got a lot of you guys on YouTube. Thank you guys for sticking with me and watching. After this row, we're gonna move on to the white, and then we're done with the live. So stick with me to the end so you can kind of see what this is looking like when it's finished, and then I'll let you guys know when we're gonna do the second part, which is the epoxy and all that, and the decal. So there probably will be like a third part also. Do you want to see a third part? Do you want me to do this like from start to finish in parts? Because I could do a second part where we apply the epoxy, and then I can come back on later that day and do the design. If you want to see that, I could definitely do that. If you don't want to see, like you just wanted to see this first part, then definitely let me know what you guys prefer. Some people like to see start to finish, and some people just want to see the technique and then done. So you guys let me know, and I'll base what I do on that. What you guys want me to do. From start to finish, I can do start to finish. I may also need to go in with a second layer on this mix. So that may add another step in the process. So my husband hates when I do that. I just be blowing the glitter everywhere. Alright, so we are done with the mix color. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the white. Yay! So I really need to clear out this section I have here with all this darker color, so we don't mix it with our white. But I'm going to mix it with the white. So let me just shoo this to the floor as much as I can. As my husband hates when I do that. Aspen hates when it does. It hates when I blow it away. Okay. So look, guys. So far, this is what we got. This is what we got. Drawing you guys here on the tube. Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and apply our white. You can see there are certain spots that aren't perfect, but we're gonna go in those squares with the white, and you're gonna notice that it's not gonna be noticeable at all. So for this part, I am gonna use the Mod Podge because in the metallic paint set, we do not have a white metallic or a white pearl. So I am gonna go in with just regular Mod Podge. I'm looking around to see, because I did have a white paint, but I think it's in the other office. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour a little bit of this Mod Podge into this cup. And you can see it's exactly the same thing that we were doing with the paint. And the Mod Podge that I like to use is the blue one. It's the dishwasher safe Mod Podge. I believe I bought this on Amazon, and it's lasted me quite a while. This is the one I like to use. I feel like it's a little bit thinner and easier to play with than the other ones that are more thicker. I don't like the thicker Mod Podges. I like this nice light dishwasher safe. So now I'm going in with this thinner paintbrush. Okay. And we're going to be using Wonderland, which is a silver white. And now we're going to go in those silver spots, okay? And we're going to be careful. You don't want to overlap. You want to stay inside of that square. You're going to stay inside. Sorry guys, you can see. Okay, so I'm going to just take the little paintbrush and carefully add that without gunking it on. Make sure you get in those corners. Okay. And once you got that, you can go ahead and sprinkle it on. Okay, you can do the same thing, kind of tap it in. And there you have the white. Now with this one, you're going to see the silver through because we don't have the white base. So it's definitely going to need like a second coat. So what I think the second part of this live is going to be me going over and showing you how to do the second coat, which is pretty much going to be what we're doing right now. Applying the Mod Podge and going in with that color. Okay, so I think I'm going to do more than one square at a time. If I had the white paint, I would have definitely used the white paint instead. But since I didn't have that, that's why I'm using the Mod Podge. I do have white paint, it's just not easily accessible right now. So, but I'm loving how it's looking. I'm going to try to speed through this part for you guys. I know it's been about 2 hours almost. So, I love it so, so much. One more square here. So that's the top. Okay, like I said, we are going to have to go in with a second coat on the mix and the white. So, let's just continue on here with the bottom. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take some out. Sorry, I'm just transferring some of this into this little medicine cup here so I don't have to keep using the shaker. Sometimes it's a little bit easier to just have it in a little cup. There we go. See how easy the bottom is to do? So you just have to like swipe it. So I usually always prefer to do like resin or resin, paint, or sometimes spray paint. Has anyone here ever applied glitter with spray paint? Not the fast drying spray paint, the regular spray paint? If you haven't, that's also another way to apply glitter to a tumbler. Usually works best with one color glitters. I've also used, a lot of people like to use Loctite, which is a spray adhesive. I've heard of people using hairspray to adhere glitter to a tumbler. So many different ways to adhere your glitter. I like to use paint because it creates an opaque effect. And the Mod Podge dries clear. So even if it looks white, it will dry clear. So sometimes you just need a little bit more coverage. So we have just these 2 rows left. Oh, I have 2 on the bottom and then these 2 rows left, and we'll be done with the first part of this live. I'm so excited. I'm always excited. I say excited a lot. So if you want to do a drinking game during a live, then you can take a shot every time I say the word excited. Okay, that's going to be on the next live. Maybe I'll plan the next live on a Friday or Saturday night. So every time I say the word excited, everybody will take a shot. And by the end, we'll be tipsy. We'll be drunk. Who are we kidding? I'm not gonna lie, it's been a while since I worked with Mod Podge. Ever since I started doing a lot of my tumblers with resin. Oops, I'm just about to pour on Mod Podge. Ever since I started working with resin, I haven't really worked so much with Mod Podge. I think the exception are these Plaid Tumblers and the pencil tumblers have been the exception for me. The pencil tumblers, I did a pencil tumbler live in the Facebook group once. I did one with epoxy and one with Mod Podge. And I actually still preferred the Mod Podge over the epoxy for the pencil tumblers because it was just cleaner. It was easier to manage than the resin. There's someone who created a stencil to do plaid tumblers. I was going to use the stencil to do the plaid, but since I've never used the stencil before, I gotta remember her name. I'll try to remember. But she created a stencil, a digital stencil that you can use and cut it out with your Cricut on vinyl. You wrap your tumbler with it, and then it already has the squares pre-cut into it, and then you can just peel up the squares and glitter your tumbler, so it kind of takes away from having to do the paint tape. So I wanted to try that one out, but I'd never done it before, and I didn't really want to go live and experiment with it just yet. But if anyone wants to see how that works, let me know. If you've seen that video, kind of went viral on TikTok. If you've seen that video of someone doing a plaid tumbler, she has a couple of different stencils on Etsy as well. Plaid, I believe she has one for a V-split cup, and she has one for Argyle. She has a couple of them. And then what's great is that she has files for different size tumblers. She even has one for this one, the Juggz 22 Fatty, which is awesome because it comes already the size that you need for the tumbler. She has categories for Hog, Juggz, I want to say Steel Magnolia, not 100% sure, but I want to try it out. I want to try out her little stencils and see if it's easier or more work. So, we're almost done. We're in the home stretch of this first part. We're home stretching it, guys. Home stretching it. So we got one more row to go, and then we'll be done with the live. And we'll come back on. I'll let you guys know when I'll be able to go live again to do the second coat of the glitter. So there's going to be a couple of parts to this. So we're going to have to come back and do a second part. A lot of you guys was asking, you want to see the start to finish. So in order for me to do the start to finish, I'll have to come back again with part 2, showing you guys how I apply the second coat on top of this. I'll probably do it fully in Mod Podge. And then the third part will be applying the resin. And then after we apply the resin, I can show you guys how I seal it too. It's going to be a little bit difficult to do lives for everything because then it'll be like a bunch of short little lives, like sealing it, then letting that dry, then going back in with the resin, letting that cure, then coming back and applying the decal, and then the resin on top. So I'm gonna have to see how I can split it up without creating like too many little lives. Like I don't think I need to go live to show you how I seal it, but it would be nice to go live and show you how I do the second coat of glitter on top, so you guys can see like how much of a difference the second coat makes, how I do it now, because I won't be taping it off. Obviously I'll have to do it by hand. And then, yeah, so after the second coat, we'll have to go in and seal it with a clear sealer, so that these glitters don't budge and move around after they're on here. Then we're gonna have to go in and add the resin, probably have to do like 2 good coats of facet maybe. Then we can go in. Facet is kind of thick, so I could probably get away with maybe 1 coat, but because I'll have to go in with the second coat of glitter, there's a chance that I will have to do 2 coats of facet. So I may go in with 2 coats of facet, which is okay because I could do 2 coats in one day, and then go in with a decal. I'll be doing a poll in the Facebook group and here on YouTube as well, so you guys can help me decide what kind of decal I should use, whether we put snowflakes, maybe we can do snowflakes and like a quote. I think that would be pretty, like snowflakes and a quote, like a wintry quote or something. I got 1 more square left. We got one more square left, guys. Whew, actually two more squares left. I could probably start going in with the second coat, but if I start going in with the second coat of glitter, I'm gonna be here another 2 hours. So we're gonna get off after this, let this completely dry, and then I'll let you guys know when I'll be able to come back on for the second part. I may try and do it tomorrow night just so that we can keep the momentum going with the lives, like get this one out of the way. Actually, no, tomorrow night I won't be able to go live because it's my husband's birthday, so I don't want to go live on his birthday and then have him like be bored. So most likely the following day. What's today? Tuesday? All right. Okay. Let me clean up. I'm gonna push this aside. Let me clean up so I can show you guys what it looks like. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, let me put my... Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Let me put down this light. I want to show you guys. You guys over here are too bright, I think. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to show you. Look at this. Let me blow it off. Let's show you guys. Can you guys see? Look at how pretty. Oh my gosh. Now again, I do have to go in with a second coat. I do. You can see that you can kind of see the silver underneath. What actually isn't that bad because it still gives it that really nice icy look, like icy wintry. But I'm so excited. And I still have to figure out what color to... So let me know what you guys think. I could go in with Aspen again on the bottom. Or I can go in a little bit darker with Genie. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about the bottom. My paintbrush already dry. My paintbrush is drying. I have to put it in water. But that's pretty much it. That's it, guys. Let me show my peoples here on YouTube what this looks like. I know it's hard for you guys to see because you guys are really close to the ring light. But yeah, like, I love it. I love it. And I hope you guys love it too. And I will be back again to show you guys the second part. So yeah, we have to go in again, like I said, with another coat. I actually do like it with the silver showing too. It gives it that like really nice icy look underneath. But I want to go in. I still do want to go in with a second coat, even though I do kind of like it with the silver showing. But yeah, let's go ahead and... I was gonna paint the bottom, but my paintbrush needs to be clean now. Where's my other paintbrush? And my other paintbrush is kind of far away. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's it. I'm excited. I love it. I love it so much. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. This was a long live. I know it was. But if you enjoyed it, if you want me to continue going live here on Facebook, also if you guys want me to keep going live on YouTube, then don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and let me know what you want to see next. Did you enjoy this live? Do you want more like advanced tutorials like this, such as plaid and other like cool things? I don't know. We have a lot of things planned. I have a lot of things planned and a lot of tutorials coming up as well for YouTube. But if you're just hopping on, you missed a lot of the beginning, then don't forget that once this is finished, you can go back and watch the replay. And I am so excited that you guys hung out with me tonight. Thank you guys so much again for watching this little live tutorial, and I will keep you guys posted when we're gonna come back. All right, so thank you guys. See you guys on Facebook. Thank you guys so much on YouTube. I love you all, and I will see you guys very, very soon for the next part. Bye.